for 6 minutes plus overtime. Introducing to you first in the blue corner with an official weight of 144 pounds out of New Wave Jiu-Jitsu, Austin, Texas, Helena Crevar. And in the red corner with an official weight of 144 pounds out of Lira and Atos Jiu-Jitsu, Miami, Florida, Maggie Grindatti Lira. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Vitor Shaolin.
Helena Crevar, Maggie Grindatti Lira, TJ DeSantis, BMAC, Brandon McCatherine, along with Michael Chiesa tonight inside the Apex for the FPI. Crevar taking a seat early.
You know, and right away, I know both of these ladies weighed in at 144 pounds, but it looks to me that Grindatti Lira might be at a little bit of a size disadvantage. Crevar looks a little more filled out.
Maggie trying to commit to this knee cut pass. Helena doing a good job of keeping her off balance. And that's really one of Helena's, I would say, her best strengths. She uses her guard positions to off balance so well and uses that to enter the legs. Already she's biting on an outside heel hook. It's not quite there yet, but a couple of adjustments will have it done.
Yeah, the best way to describe it is she uses her guard to essentially pop the clutch on her opponents. For those of you that don't know what popping a clutch is, for the younger generation, there used to be there used to be a thing called a manual transmission where you had to drive with a stick shift and a clutch, and when you popped the clutch, the car jumped and would stall. So ultimately, when I say pop the clutch, trying to stall the offense and the movements of Grindatti Lira.
And check this out, she's using this calf slicer style position to try to move around to the back. Definitely possible to get a submission from this position. I mean, we saw Charles Oliveira get a tap with that in the UFC.
Fighting
putting
those
a lot of pressure.
And the knees to the side. Usually the heel's much more closer to the glute, and the foot is off to the side, I should say.
Oh, grimacing now, attacking the neck here is Crevar. There's a tap, nicely done, Helena Crevar. Doing big things here in Las Vegas. Gets a submission over Maggie Grindatti Lira. Wow. Just a brown belt.
Yeah.
Shines tonight like a superstar. Crazy to think that she still has room to grow.
Just a brown belt.
Yeah.
That was incredible. Took one. This reminded me of Roman Dolidze versus Jack Hermanson. Turned that calf slicer into a situation where she was able to attack 2 submissions at once. That was just incredible. Look at this. As she gets to that calf slicer, the foot, usually the foot is closer to the glute, and the foot is stuck off to the side, which is putting a lot of torque on the knee. And look at the way she's able to free her hands and get to the choke. Once she frees her hands, she's able to arch her hips, and you can see Grindatti Lira starting to grimace from the pain. Look at the knees off to the side. She straps in the choke. And to me, I think it was more the pain from the distending of the knee than the choke on the neck. But her getting the lock on her neck enabled her to really arch her hips into her and create just a very, very painful submission.
Solid stuff for Helena Crevar. To make this one official, we go to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vitor Shaolin calls a stop to the match for your winner by submission via calf slicer, Helena Crevar.